The Forsaken Doom. A name spoken in terror by starship crews. The shadow in the night. A myth. A horror. And all too real. Drifting randomly in and out of the warp for millennia, this gargantuan agglomeration of wrecks has been the grave of countless space marines. Ultimately, each chapter's defeat was lost to the ages and forgotten, leaving the Imperium in ignorance. For the Forsaken Doom is the lair of grave perils. The most dangerous of them, the gene stealers that swarm and multiply in grotesque profusion. The vanguard of the Tyranid threat, infesting ships and planets, spreading like an insidious plague. These creatures are merciless, ravenous monsters. They form a collective body of highly evolved intelligence, driven by a common will for the extermination of all life unlike them. Though some of its parts are far more ancient, the first contemporary records of the Forsaken Doom date back to the beginning of the 41st millennium, when a party of Ultramarines boarded the Great Hulk on a mission of purification. What fate awaited them there has never been revealed. Until now.
Bendaria squad to command. We have boarded the derelict.
Confirmed. Brother Sergeant, we detect multiple life forms inbound.
Acknowledged. This vile wreck is infested with the Xenos. We will purge it. We are steel and doom.
The arrival of the Adeptus Astartes awakened the brood. Slowly but surely, the gene stealers were emerging from their sleep, their synapses saturated by a feral thirst for blood. The biological communal intelligence of the Xenos was about to clash with the doctrinal will of the Ultramarines. As the fight grew in intensity, more monsters were stirred to join the fray. Unknown biodivergent gene stealers emerged to engulf the Ultramarines. These biomorphic monsters were to be the dark curse of the Forsaken Doom.
Be wary, we are entering an old vessel. Watch for any trucks the greenskins may have left behind.
How could such a disarray ever function as a starship?
Orcish contraptions are unstable. Do not open fire unless you have a clear line of sight. Explosive materials and fungal growths are everywhere. Perhaps we could turn that to our advantage. Use them to kill the Xenos. Wary, we are entering an old vessel. Watch for any trucks the greenskins may have left behind.
How could such a disarray ever function as a starship?
Orcish contraptions are unstable. Do not open fire unless you have a clear line of sight. Explosive materials and fungal growths are everywhere. Perhaps we could turn that to our advantage. Use them to kill the Xenos.
A crushing defeat, and an uncommon event for a chapter accustomed to glorious victory. Thus, in the annals of the Ultramarines, this mission fell from memory and became lost. The Forsaken Doom vanished in the warp once more, and the Gene Stealer brood fell dormant with no enemy to attack, waiting in silence for a new prey to happen upon them.
Brothers, I found a way out of this nightmare, but the route is blocked by this hatch.
I know not how, but the orcs that once lived on this wreck managed to rig a psionic lock holding it closed.
I'll disable it, then we can extract. For the lion, Deathwing, attack! The advance of the Gene Stealers forces us back to this ancient Eldari wreck. There is no way forward, but we are not done yet. There are alien energy cores here, still active. We can make use of them.
Pride, honor, devotion, these noble human feelings meant nothing to the monsters in the void. The Deathwing Terminators died fighting, but no honor was won, no knowledge earned. In the derelict's blood-spattered chambers, the Gene Stealers returned to their slumber, their alien rage and thirst for flesh briefly sated.
What is that? There in the wreckage. I see something. If it is Eldari, then I say destroy it. No, brother. See, it is a serval skull of ancient Imperial design. And the ident codes. By the Fang, this is 10,000 years old. From the age of heresy, no less. Then be wary. It may be cursed by the Archtraitor's taint. May its name be hated. I think not. It bears the sigils of the Adeptus Custodes, the Wardens of the Imperial Throne. It is a reliquary monitor. I believe it will hold data about sacred artifacts. Indeed. We must bring it to the Wolf. Agreed.
As the pure-strain Gene Stealers were unable to overwhelm the Space Wolf invaders, the Brood reached out to summon a Synapse creature to the fray. Awakened by the distress of its children, a powerful Brood Lord emerged from its deep sleep.
Great Lord, the spearhead sword has been lost, slaughtered by this hideous beast. Foul thing. Were you able to recover the servo skull? Aye, we have it secure. Then press on the fight, and honor the dead with blood and rage.
Look upon this relic, brothers. It is ours. The seal of the Emperor. Never has a great hunt come upon an object of such significance.
My lord, the Xenos do not revere it as we do. Prospects can reach a huge swarm gathering about us.
We will not die here and leave this noble artifact to their predations. Prepare to exfiltrate.
No, the teleport summoner fails. We will have to stand our ground.
Then let us ensure the seal is kept secure in its reliquary. I will guard the door myself. Brothers, I command you, stand firm. No Xenos shall approach the hallowed relic while a wolf still draws breath. We have not failed. The seal is secure. No alien touch would desecrate it. Hear me, angels of the Emperor. Let not our deaths be in vain.
The Brood endured, and its children feasted on the flesh of the dead. The rigid doctrinal Ultramarines did not win the day. The secretive Dark Angels, forever moving in shadow, could not best the Xenos in their lair. And the fearsome Space Wolves finally met their match in the bowels of the Forsaken Doom. The proud warriors of the Imperium have fought and won countless battles, but on board this blighted derelict, the rules of war are changed. To defeat Gene Stealers requires not only a zealous and righteous adversary, but also a cunning one. With a wider knowledge of the Tyranid threat, these deaths and defeats might have remained forgotten if it were not for the Ordo Xenos. Across the years, I was able to gather the pieces of the puzzle and prepare. All that I required was a new brand of undaunted heroes that I could guide to triumph. And so, like the quiescent monsters out in the darkness, I watched and waited